What up, people? Welcome to Coding Life's podcast.
Let's go.
Where we discuss everything to do with tech. We discuss how things related to tech. Things are evolving in tech, and be it jobs, be it growth, be it artificial intelligence, be it technically everything to do with tech.
The trends.
Yes, the trends. Everything to do tech. So on this podcast we're going to discuss how hard it is, or the experiences people go through, and mostly developers go through when trying to land a job in Kenya. And with me today is Mike. My co-host in this podcast, and I'm also Mike, as you might know. As you might have heard in the previous podcast. So today we'll try to unwrap that journey, because we've seen guys out here. We also have friends in tech who have had hard times when trying to land a job, and because sometimes it's maybe the interview process is a bit complicated, or sometimes you're not even lucky. It's a bunch of things. So what do you, Mike, what has the experience been?
The experience
For you, trying to hustle to get a gig, as in to be employed.
First of all, let me I think one of the red flags that are there when you're starting up, these are called the tests, the coding tests. These coding tests that you are not prepared, man. And
the algorithm.
Algorithm things, the data structure.
DSA.
Man. And there was this day I was sitting on a Coderity test. I won't mention the company. They used Coderity.
You could delete it.
Yo, manze, that thing is tough, man. Na ingine wanatumia inaitwa the new, I think is a new one. Inaitwa Test Gorilla.
I've been through that.
Man.
I've done a couple
so for beginners, manze, unakuta most of them when they are starting up, they are not prepared to do these things, and the questions. But I thank the internet for giving us a platform that you can practice, like read code, and
I feel like sometimes for me it's I've been through the specific interviews. I feel like sometimes it's an overkill. You're given a DSA test with 50 to 70 questions. Let me tell you.
What?
You're writing algorithms. I think I think from my personal experiences from before, I remember there was a time I went to a specific interview. I will not say who. But I felt like, you see, for me, for us guys who are self-taught, we are aware that we have weaknesses, mostly when it comes to the theory part of it. You see, the theory part of it, the raw questions that people learn from in
the
books,
normal curriculum,
like in books. Yes, we have weaknesses, but it's not weaknesses per se, because we normally learn. So me, I learned these things the hard way. So I had to. I think I did that an engagement once, and so to say, you see, I felt like I felt a void, which is okay, because it's a build. So when you do an interview, whether you are accepted or you fail, at the end of it you come out with something.
You learn something.
If you accepted, you come out with a gig. If you fail,
you know
what I need to do to build the gaps I have. But at this specific juncture, I was to do a project. Actually, it was an Angular project, and I did. lavish. I was applying for like I think it was just an Angular wanted thing. But now, what was like the major determinant, leave alone doing even that, my skill set was even enough because I did an Angular project in less than 3 hours. That's how like a complete project, let me tell you.
A crude one.
Not even a CRUD. It had not even a basic CRUD. It had, my guy, it was like a complete front end. It had even logins. It had authentication. It had all that.
What was the requirements?
But now, you see, I won't go to like the details, but now if I go to details, you most definitely someone will know who they are because I've been to a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I felt like the determinant was the questions. Now the DSA question. Now you go back to the DSA questions.
Yeah, back to the basics.
Yes. Now you ask questions, you sit there, and then they now start asking you, and you are like, whoa. And now you see, you're like, okay, yes, I know the code, and I'm good at it, and I'm basically a software engineer. But now they've started now asking you these questions that you don't understand. And at the beginning, and at the interview process, you said I'm a self-taught software engineer. But now
who is passionate?
Who is passionate about coding?
Yeah.
So I felt like they overlooked that. They didn't give me you see, you need to give someone a chance. You need to give someone a chance if they are not that strong on the theory, but you know they have a skill set and they have that eagerness to learn. You should give them that chance.
So let me cut you short. Do you think this codability test and the test curricular stuff and the test that you are asked during the interview are necessary?
Yes, they are. Because you see those tests, they're trying to like measure the level of your proficiency in something or the IQ level in coding. Yes, they are necessary. But what I have a problem with is by overdoing. You have to do like 100 questions. But you sit there, do 100 questions, and then you're not just, you even pass the codability test. Like me, I've done so many of them and I've passed. But now you're not just based on that. The codability test you just do. You select options and you validate specific lines of code. That is because that's how coding works normally. But now, hey, the questions. Some of them when it comes, okay, yes, it's a prerequisite for you to be. You have to obviously you have to understand the building blocks of a language or the processes.
Yeah.
Which, like for me, after that specific interview I had, I decided to learn the theory part. Yes, it was now I said, okay, if it comes the next time I'll be, I don't know if the next time I'll be prepared.
Nice.
Yeah, so I took it as a learning point. But me, I know deep down. I know it's okay. It's hard to learn a gig. Kwanza if it's not a direct referral in Kenya.
But they say they use this test to, there are many applicants. They are playing the same role, so they want to like filter shortlist candidates.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Trying to like pick up the smartest.
Yeah. Do you think they take the smartest, or does the job opportunity or the job in Kenya depend on the person who you know?
Yes, that is Kenya for us. You have to know someone.
You have to know someone for you to get a gig.
Right now, whichever industry you are in, whichever job you are working on, whichever section even in life, depends with who you know. For sure. Yes, but now, I know most people like say, for you to land a job, you have to know someone in that field.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yes, but now, I've rephrased it in this way. For you to land a job, yes, you must know someone, but you must also be prepared when the chance comes. You're also prepared. Not that see, I know nani.
You sit comfortably.
You're comfortable. I'll get that job because I know, and you don't know anything. Even your skills
don't match.
You are there applying for a senior job. Yet even you're not even at even an entry level. You're just there. You see, so you have to be prepared also. As much as you know people, you have also to be prepared.
Mentally, skill set, technicals.
You have to be good at it. Yes, you have to be. Or even you have to even show interest in it. Yeah. So I know we have to know. In Kenya, connections ni muhimu. That's the truth.
You should know a person who knows a person.
It's a bitter truth. But if you ever had, it's a bitter pill that most people don't like to swallow. Because we have smart people out here. Ukienda pale town, hapo ambassadors. You'll find so many people seated there. Most of them, they have degrees that are mtu ako na curio science and he's seated there. So it's a matter of who you know, and if the chance comes, are you prepared? Yes, how prepared are you? That and you see the funny thing about life. The funny thing about life, God is fair. God is very fair.
Yeah,
I know the religion is a controversial, but me,
for those who are believers,
for those, God is fair. Everyone gets a chance. You get one chance. You are lucky if you get the second and the third. But if you miss your chance, if you miss your chance, that's it for you. But if that chance comes and you're prepared for it, my guy, you don't even need, you need connections, but if that chance comes and you are ready for it, you'll enjoy. So I feel like people should be patient.
I think that's the hardest part, and when people are trying to navigate when to get the gig, and the interview process. Patience plays a very big key role, because most of the Kenyans, because I think the rate of suicide has grown. Watu wanajimisha from 5th row na 12th row.
Why?
Wanasema maisha ni ngumu.
Life in Kenya ni hard sai. Life in Kenya ni hard, obviously, but I feel like what do I say? You have to be patient, because you see, in programming, people go in first of all, they go in for not per se, for me to say, for the wrong reasons.
The reasons.
But I don't mean money is the wrong reasons. It's the right reasons. That's why we do what we do. But when it comes to programming, you have to go into it, being passionate, and you have to. Any passion has to outweigh your love for that money that you're getting,
your interest
and your dream. You see, when you go to inside tech, when you just venture into tech, you ought to have a drive, man.
Drive.
Yes, money can be a drive to you, because maybe unataka kuwa mdosi, unataka that range or that mark up, but you have to have like a passion or a dream, a specific dream that drives you, or something that pushes you. You can have a drive or push.
Every day you have something that is pushing you
to. Me, I usually say, and my friends who know me, they know. Me, I have a motto. The reason why I wake up early is because poverty is there waiting for me. So whenever I just think around poverty, and I'm like, okay, I have to wake up and go hustle. So I tend to wake up very early. Yes, because me, I have that drive. I have tumelala bila food. You see that? Tumelala bila food. So you've experienced manze kulala bila food. So you know what it feels, how painful it is, or being unable to help your loved ones who are in a situation that is like madhaka for issue, but you can't be able to help. So that keeps me up at night. So you should have a drive in your life, in your career, for you to you should have something to look up to.
I think my drive is derived from the creation, my creativity part of everything that I do, I find it so resonating when I create something that is unique. Something that is, the building process itself sometimes is discouraging, but the outcome of it is very rewarding for me.
People have different drives. This is true. Maybe wewe hujapitia poverty.
Nimekapitia. Just that
yours is
mine is very different.
Yes, and I agree. People have different drives. But me, I know. On top of me being passionate, you know me, you know how passionate I am when it comes to coding. I'm very passionate. That's all I do. And that's all I think about. But of course I'm film mchezo. Being able that is I was watching a story. I was watching this. It's called what? It's called Connect something. It's this. It's called what? It's a story. Heavy J was giving. You know Heavy J. And the guy was saying bwana poverty because the guy amekapitia. So he was saying poverty is his number one driver. Drive to just wake up. If you just having the thought of being poor, that's no joke. So me, I usually try and do my best and do the best I can. And on his way sema you see me if I set my mind I'm going to do something, I don't procrastinate, because that has been the issue for me. Me, I had issues previously on procrastination that I'm going to do, then when it comes to that time, I might do tomorrow, today
we postpone every day.
Let me do. Yes. And you find that time has gone, and whatever maybe you sought to do, you didn't do. You see, and then because our topic is employment rates and how hard it is to navigate through job opportunities, then an opportunity comes where you're offered a job, you're not prepared for that specific
because you procrastinated about.
You are just like, I'll push. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this then. I'll do this. And then you now when the chance comes, you just miss it.
I think one thing that has stood up for me, Mike, when because I had the same issues with procrastination, and when I had this training, it was a 3 months training, and we were subjected to three mantras. That it was time management, soft skills, and technical. And when it comes to time management, I learned how to prioritize my work. Taking a pen and a book, writing down those things that are complex and those things are simple to do. And I found that working for me, and I'm still practicing it till today.
So it's I know it's hard. I can't sit here and say that it's simple to get a job, mostly in tech. But they're there. But it's just you just have to be prepared when the chance comes. You make sure that when the chance comes, you don't miss it, because it will definitely come. That's what I usually tell people. It will most definitely come. Because so you just have to be prepared, and when it comes, just take the best and the most out of it. Get the gig, push on, prepare poverty, whatever it takes. And set you land your job now, you relax. No, the sky is the limit. Push. Grow that space umepewa now, because now you've been given a space.
Learning never stops.
Grow, learn new things, because now you'll go into a diverse setting where you have different team members who are even smarter than you,
and they will challenge you.
Yes, and they obviously most of you'll go to people who are senior to you. They are very smart, but also at the same time you learn things and you'll teach them, that's how programming is, because no one is perfect, and everyone grows, and everyone is learning. So you just you can get to your space ya kazi, just teach each other, so I know it's hard navigating through employment, but yeah.
Let me take you back before you get this job. For a typical person who is looking for gigs, unakuta every person is sending so many CVs to different places, and then you have done these interviews concurrently. Some of them you do them simultaneously because you don't know about the outcomes. And your day comes, like your day is here with you, and that is your lucky day, and you're presented with not one, not two offers. How do you go about that, Mike?
See, what happens is, see, when your time comes, you'll most definitely get multiple offers. That happens. But what you do, you just sit down, because most of these decisions are personal. You have to evaluate your goals, and then you have to evaluate what you really want, and you just have to. Some of them, being a believer, the religion, some of them you have to pray about, because you might decide on a wrong path, or you might decide on a good path that elevates your career into the next level. So for the interviews, it's good to do them, because you see, an interview, like I was listening into this podcast, the Stack Overflow podcast. And the guy from that, the guest of that podcast was suggesting, sometimes even if you're employed, it's good to take interviews. I know I'm diverging from what you've asked, but I'll come back to it.
Okay.
It's good to take interviews. For what purpose? For you to measure what you can do
and what you cannot do,
and for you to grow yourself and know that I'm weak at this and I'm strong at this. That's why it's okay to take tests. Go to the tests. But a place, just do it. Yeah. So when the chance comes, you have multiple offers. Sometimes when the chance kikuja, there's this flowery. You see this flowery. There's this. Obviously, you had your mindset. If I get this chance to go to this company, I think that's it for me. And then something else flowery comes in, just confuse you. It might be the good one, or I don't know, but it's always good to stick to what maybe your heart believes on and what you think will be okay for you. So it's good to make, because these others might disappoint you, but at least because you followed these guys, you've done interviews with them, you know even some personnel from that specific. It's always good to go with your heart. Siku ati hii kikuja naenda na hii, then huyu mwingine akikuja naenda na hii. No, it's always good to stick with your mind. Yes, no, kuna offer inaweza kuja buda, and you're like siwezi wacha. Yes, it's flowering, but hii siwezi wacha, you see. But so it's a hard decision to make. I think most of us in tech have been through that. And but me, I'm lucky enough. I'm lucky enough to have when that chance came, I kind of made the right choice for me, which was the right choice that worked for me at the time. So it's a hard one, so that I can't give you an exact answer and tell you that chagua yama. No, you just have to follow your heart, because now this is on a personal level. Hii ni career yako, hii ni place where you are earning, this is you. So it's a hard question, but I don't know what the audience think. Maybe they can tell us how.
You can tell us when you're given a 2 offer thing, or 1 or 2 or more offers on the table.
What is going through your mind at that specific time? Because unajua hiyo unainua kifua, wewe ni bazoo. Wewe kama watu wote wananitaka mimi ni bazoo.
And at the end of the day, you leave that part of your heart with no regrets.
You have to make sure for that. Yes, you have. That's why you have friends and family. For that, for me, when I was making that decision, I had to consult everyone in my family. And then they were as long as you're happy with it, and you won't regret making the change, we are with you.
Do you think it is it is the right option, or let me say, is it the right step to take? Like, you consult with your family, or do you consult with your inner circle, the person who, or the people who are doing the same thing as you're doing?
It depends. You see, it depends. You see, whatever feedback your family will give you will be based on emotions, because those are the people who love you. That's for sure. But your inner circle, the business, the people who are doing like the same thing you're doing, they'll give you honest opinion and tell you that this is no, don't take this, to take this. But sometimes it's good to follow your like the emotional side of it. Yeah, because we do it for them. We do it for them. Yeah, but I'm not saying you shouldn't follow your friends and all. Yeah, but that's why I'm telling you, this is a solo decision. You just have, everyone has to air out their views, and then it's up to you. Go sit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you must sit down and
you go sit, evaluate, and do what is right for you, what you feel works for you. You decide to take the specific offer because of the money that works for you. Don't never regret. Would I regret that you say, hey, manze can't get it? No, don't do that. Yeah, so yeah, both parties are okay. You can consult with both, because now you have the guys who are already in the field, and then you have your family.
Yeah.
Who, if all hell breaks loose, they'll be there for you. Yeah, so that's true.
That's true. Yeah. So there's this thing I wanted to ask. Being a junior and a person who's starting up this journey, and I wanted to ask you, when do you know, Mike, it's the right time to take a job, not an internship or an entry level job? Like hii time umefika unataka kuapply,
you know what? You want to like do a senior, to take like a job.
Yeah, I want to be a senior. I want to be a more than a junior.
You see, it's a tough one. That's a tough one, because you see, your skills have to first speak for themselves, and you see, now the inner circle you are talking about, those are the guys that can tell you. Those guys, they can. That is you see, your inner circle is the circle that tells you, my guy, manze, you've grown.
You have grown, manze.
You just your wings just need to fly now. You just need to fly. Because we huwezi sema ati uamke. Let me tell you, there is this self validation mtu anakuwa nayo. Ati mimi nimeiva mbaya.
Self affirmation.
You see, self affirmation, mimi nimeiva mbaya. Mimi ndio. But no, in reality no.
Yeah.
But you see these guys, because yes, in your circle you will have very experienced guys, and they'll know, and then you'll have entry level guys. So they'll create this balance that how nyoko maybe they're not that vizuri. They'll know that skill you mseko nayo, these are powers. You get. But then you have these other guys who are so experienced. They'll be like, he's closer to where we are.
You have validated.
He's almost, the skill set he has is almost the same.
Okay.
The ones like what that senior guy has. And me, that's what I do mostly. I try and my inner circle, my tech inner circle is, I have people who are experienced. I have both sides. I have people who are coming up.
Do you reach them? Do you reach to them and ask them, like, can you gauge my skills?
You see, like most of them we've worked with. Most of them we've worked with. So they know me and they know my capabilities. And they know what I can or what I can't do. So, and because they are honest, they'll tell you, Mike, hey, manzi, this section, you need to improve. Me, I have, by the way, my circle is, they're very honest guys. They'll tell you. As much as Mike unasema wewe you've become a senior software engineer, kuna vyenye you need to ndo ujivalidate in that way.
Okay.
Manze lazima uangalie hii part, this part you're weak, or this part kuna venye hii part manze azi. You see? Okay. So it's good, for that you just have to consult your inner circles. And yeah, so those are the ones that that's your connection. See the connection to listen for you to get a job.
Yeah,
that is your network. So that is your network.
Let me ask you, Mike, again. Theo goes back to that place. You have received your offer, and you're told you have been given a chance to negotiate your pay. And that time you're so desperate. Seek on a job. I hear you.
They ask you.
You have been asked. You know what?
They ask you how much you want to be paid for this job, because that question comes.
Yeah, it's there.
But you see the pay side is a very sometimes it's hard when you're just figuring you're just going through it, but you have to be smart about it. Every time you make a move from one org to the other, make sure you have a pay bump, a significant one. But don't lie. I'm not like saying people to lie,
but not an exaggerated one.
No, don't exaggerate, Bana. At your entry level, and you want I want 300,000. No, I want this amount of X amount, which is very high, and you yourself, you know, it's very high.
But there are people who sucks at negotiate. Yeah, that's.
No, it's a skill. Okay, I'm also not good at it, per se. Because I get good and all. I'm good at no, I'm not also good at it. Yeah, but it's also a place I'm also trying to grow, and so it's a hard question because that's on a personal level, and that's a personal initiative that you need to sit back and just analyze. Is it worth it for me? Is it worth the time I'm willing? And is it worth that client paying me this amount? Am I giving them back? Si ujiangalie tu ati unataka kulipwa so, and what you're giving is not even worth 200 or even 20. No, you have to
get your
account for the money you're receiving with what you're giving in, you're giving out.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's a tricky question, but yeah, you learn these things as you go, and the negotiations you just learn. Yeah, because they need to be there for you to kutengeneza dough. So you learn. No one is a master of everything. So some things are hard, and some things are you can just pick up programming. Yeah.
Have you had dry days where you are navigating? You know, there are people who navigate in this field, and their expectation is killed
by the industry,
by the reality of the industry.
Like kukosa job nini?
Yeah, kukosa job. You expected like you did something, but in return you're given dry days, manze. No callbacks, no replies.
I've seen
vitu zimejaa kwa emails ni we regret to tell you.
Regret to inform you. We regret. I've seen it with my friends, and yeah, I know it's hard out here. It's very hard out here. Yeah, but you have to push. You see, irregardless, we are born not to suffer. We are born to learn things. So if you fail today, tomorrow make sure you don't fail. You just pick up the learning points from the previous encounter and correct them. Tomorrow you'll also fail.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yes. Like if you see, have you ever heard the story of Walt Disney?
Walt Disney.
You go read about it. Yeah. Not even or even
I'm a fan of cartoon.
Or even Oprah Winfrey. Not even the cartoon. I'm trying to you go learn how many times those people failed before they made it. Or even this guy, Jack Ma. The number of times that guy failed Queen University. The number of times, just go through it. And you'll see right now that guy is a billionaire. So it's always good to learn from our mistakes. And if you fail, next time I know you won't fail, you'll have learning. If you fail, you'll have more to learn. So yeah, so I know it's a tricky world out here, after gig and whatnot, but we push regardless. We are born, we push until the clock runs out. You know, you have a clock. A life is a clock that runs out. Until it runs out, stops. Yeah, you have to push regardless. So yeah, so that's part of it.
Yeah.
I know we can't cover. It's a bold. It's a very large topic that we can't just talk. I think tunaweza iongelea all night
sana
or even all day,
man.
So we'll also what we'll do, we'll leave it to our audience what they think and what their experiences have been. Also, they can add that in the comment section.
We also
we'll address them. We can create a segment of the podcast to address that. This person went through this. This person went through this. And this person went through this. And we'll have like we can have an engagement with our listeners. So and I think that's it. It's a wrap for today's podcast. And if guys you like our content, and if our content is informative, we are giving you the right content. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and click that post notification bell. For you to get more content from us. So that's it from the mics.
The mics.
Cheers.
Man.
See you next time.